I wanted to come and talk to you very quickly about how I feel about the people who conspired to ruin myself and my grandmother's lives. And I don't really care about the people necessarily, but I care about justice and I care about righteousness. So that gives me a fire and a passion that I can't even put into words. I want them to pay for what they've done. But more importantly, I want them to be brought to justice for what they've done. I want them to know that the things that they did in the dark, undercover, when they thought that they were never going to get seen, when they thought they would never be caught, are in the light. And a lot of these people did things that they thought were undercover that were actually on paper. And these are white-collar criminals. And so I desperately and definitely want them to be brought to justice because of the nature of their crimes even. They did stuff that's all on paper. It's all the digital and regular fingerprint of what these people has done is so astronomical that there's no way they can't be brought to justice for what they've done. And I'm talking about the people from my family and the people from the world that participated in all of this. All of this is white-collar crime with a footprint, with a fingerprint, with a breadcrumb trail, with a paper trail. It's all right there. And so when I am very fervent, especially, again, I'm talking more about my Tumblr posts, but sometimes even here, about what I want to happen to the people who conspired against my life. I am saying that from a place of a want for justice in general, and really not that much regard for the people, because there's so many of them and they're so different, and who cares? They're all on the wrong side, the side of bad, and they crossed the wrong person, a good person, and not just myself, but my grandmother. They crossed the wrong people. When they did this, they really messed with the wrong people because they messed, like I said before in another video, with people who never had any ill will towards them and were just minding their own business. But at the end of the day, the players are more important to themselves than they are to me. Their consciousness, their souls, I don't care about the individual players. However, the justice that I want to be served to them is definite and it's real and it comes from the heart and I mean it. And I don't mean it in a way where I'm unhealed and I don't have grace in my heart, like on my way to being like Jesus. And I'm on my way to being like that because I am not. But I will get there. Hopefully we'll get there, maybe together. But I hope that these people find the grace of Jesus before the wrath of God reaches them. But I just don't know if the path will illuminate itself to them. That's not the point. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that because if you read the book or if you've been paying attention, you'll see that like everybody that could have stabbed me in the back. And it's almost, and that's why it was almost comical, because it was just like, oh, everybody's gonna break bad on me. Okay, cool. That has to be a grander design. So to those people, as a mass, I want to see justice. To them as individuals, they're not. They're a mass. I don't look at them as individuals because they came at me as a group. So that is that. And then as far as the members of my family, they're, you know, a group of bad apples as well. And so justice. And not because I want to get revenge or anything like that. This is about righteousness. You know, when something is not right, when something is wrong, when something is off, it doesn't sit well with your spirit. It doesn't sit well with your soul. And nobody is at peace because of this thing that is so wrong. Nobody in this situation, the bad guys, or myself and my grandmother, the good people, nobody is at peace because these people have disrupted the peace. Nobody is doing well because the people who were the root of what made everything well have been disrupted. And that's what these people, I don't think, understood when they were trying to topple our little thing that we'd made, myself and my grandmother. They're cutting down a root to their family tree. You're cutting off a root. when you do something like that. And that kind of thing is just distasteful at the end of the day more than anything else. But that is all I wanted to say. Okay, love you as the sun goes down. Bye.